do than to sit around the house when the folks ain't home, listen to the music.
Hello, lovely people. It has indeed been quite some time since I have made an appearance on this platform. It's been a few months. It has, been such a hiatus. I really don't know the rhyme or reason. I guess I just needed a little bit of a breather, and this year's been demanding. I feel like my life's always either end of the scale, either so full on and demanding that I feel quite suffocated at times, and then there's like these moments of peace which I've kind of just entered into the last maybe month. So I've just been soaking up my solitude, focusing on my health. And yeah, I have seen all the messages, all the sweet DMs, they mean the world. I am very grateful for your support, even though I haven't been sharing on here. It's just nice to see the familiar usernames pop up and cheer me on with everything that I'm doing creatively and all of my other pursuits. But yeah, I think it is time to dip my toes back into the YouTube world. I've had a few days off, well, 2 days off. It's been rainy, the sun's just decided to come out. I seem to always have this like cozy stirring within whenever there's rain, and I often film when those days are around. It's funny, I seem to film a lot of my days in solitude and my slowness rather than all the crazy things I do. These are my happiest moments. I hope they're not too repetitive. Let's think of life updates. It's probably been 4 months since I've been on here. I dealt with a few health hiccups, which was not so fun. Again, with the fibromyalgia, I've just been getting tested for other things, and that's been a long process and very draining. I had a bad flare-up about 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, where I was honestly in bed for about 3 weeks and felt so far from myself. Since then I've gotten a 9 infusion, which I should be reaping the benefits about 4 days from now. It will be 2 weeks since I got it done. My iron's been sitting at borderline anemia for the last 5 years, so you can imagine how one is feeling given those circumstances. But I have been just filling my time with seeing friends, spending time with Mason, my family. We've been recording, finished a whole bunch of special things which are going to be announced super soon. Released a new single, which is one I really love. Needlepoint Heartache came out about 2.5 weeks ago. Released another song, I think, in June. I don't think I posted since then. So it's just been a big year focusing on my dreams and my health. So far, I say it like the year's over. We're only just brewing, really. I mean, September. These are my favourite months though, so I'm very happy to welcome the warmer season. Although today's not really proving to be that. But yeah, I got a car. I'm back on the road. I got a vintage car, which is it's oozing with character, but every car I've owned has been exactly that. So, but yeah, this year's taught me a lot and tested me in many ways in terms of my personal evolution, but persistence and perseverance are the key factors, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really lovely right now, and in a place where I'm excited to share and dedicate more time to YouTube. So I'm just going to be home. It's me and the dogs, and I'm gonna bake, I think, something simple and homey. I'm gonna bake some scones. Lavender and blueberry is what I purchased. But yeah, it's gonna be a day at home, nothing too crazy. I don't know whether I feel like baking first or lounging in here a little longer. I love this rocking chair. I feel like every time I show myself on a camera, I've always got an apple in hand, but they're my favourite treat. So I think it's just part of me. I usually come with an apple. Today's baking soundtrack, courtesy of Mason. He found one of my favourite albums of all time the other day at an op shop for me. Gunfighter Ballads by Marty Robbins.
Played by real hillbilly band. Give me royal rhythm, let me sway right with them. I think the melodies are grand.
I wonder how many times I'm going to have to phone my nan to help me out, but Look, she's a master baker. She often knows that when I do tackle a new baking project that I have to phone a friend. But yeah, hopefully we can make it through it. In high school I made scones and got an A. They were good. They weren't dry, they weren't too crumbly. So let's see if those skills have stood by me. I have acquired all my goods. Everything's out. I think I mentioned earlier they're going to be blueberry and lavender. I love my floral notes. I think everything I've baked on this channel has included some sort of floral ingredient. But that is my palette, that is what I like, and that's what today is going to consist of. I have my little lavender jar. I have gone with a cherry jam today. I've never looked at what the name is, but it's a French company. I think these are worldwide jams. And then I have a lovely stick of butter. Seems to be a little plaid thing going on. It's very cute, very picnicky, very fitting for scones. I have self-raising flour and plain flour. Okay, I'm gonna tackle this. We're gonna go for it.
Hi, Nish.
Hi.
Hi, darling.
Hey, I am about to bake scones.
Bake what, darling?
I'm baking scones.
Yeah.
Any tips?
You rub it in with your fingers, like, you know, with your hands.
Yeah.
So you get it in your hands and rub it like that so it comes to breadcrumbs, and then you add your liquid
Okay.
and mix it with the knife. But the less mixing you do,
The better.
the better it'll come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you'll be on standby. Thanks, Nan. Alright, love you, bye. 3 cups of self-raising flour are in. Nan gave me the tip to handle the batter as little as possible, which I think I remembered from school, and I also did look online, but I trust no one else's baking knowledge more than my Nan, so I had to give her a call. But yes, this is the last little bit. That is my 3 cups. And then we're going to add the cold butter and knead it with our hands, which I'm very ready for that textural experience. We need 80 grams of butter, so at least I've got a bit of guidance, which I must say I was pretty close to guesstimating correctly. But this is so great. Every butter should have this. Maybe they do. And I've just never seen it. Here, I've just done a mini variation of my lavender syrup. It's just a bunch of sugar, and I am steeping the lavender into the water right now. Here's the butter and flour mixture. I rate that experience about a 7 out of 10. Satisfying, but I don't think I will ever love the feeling of butter being wedged under my nails. But yeah, so this is that. I've made a little well in the center. Now we're gonna add the wet ingredients. Here's the lavender milk. It's such a nice color. Yeah, the lavender milk and the blueberries. Next we stir. Nan suggested a flat knife. I'm just using a butter knife. I think that's what you're meant to do anyhow, but that's what I shall do next. Here's the dough, handled as little as possible. I don't have a cookie cutter, so I'm just going to cut it into some squares, and then we put it in the oven, which has been heating up for a little while, and I think it's like 15 or so minutes, but I'll give them a little check at 15 minutes and go from there. But so far, so good. They're looking pretty cool. They're out! I think they turned out pretty good. I have just filled one with some cream and the cherry jam, and I think I'm gonna go take it into the art room, have a little sunny snack, and get to my cross stitching. Tyler's sniffing the flowers and the trees outside this room. Wait, I need to get this on video. Tyler, what are you doing? Okay, so we moved from Marty Robbins to the soundtrack of Picnic at Hanging Rock. I am very much feeling like a medieval maiden, or shall I say no, this is more Victorian maiden. I have made my lavender blueberry scone. I'm so glad the sun's back, and I'm ready for this time of the year. I have such a undying love for springtime. I used to love summer through and through, but spring, it's just got a hint of romanticism that is just so, I yearn for it. Maybe it's just because winter's been very grim, very cold this year. I mean, not compared to most corners of the globe, but compared to what I'm used to. It has been very cold. I'm just excited for longer days, more sun. I love just like light flowy clothes. The months, as I used to call them when I was little, months. Like September, October, November, December. They were always my favourite because it meant Christmas was near, which is my favourite season, favourite holiday. And yeah, I think everything just feels a little lighter around this time of year. The world's been feeling very funny. A lot of sadness has been stirring, and I'm such a feeler. So I feel like, yeah, any hint of joy I can find, I will most definitely be indulging. Speaking of joy, let's give these a taste. I hope I did well, because then I'll send a photo to my nan. I always send her a little picture of what I've created, and she's like, job well done. She always loves seeing what I bake. Okay, I did good. It's a little bit doughy, but I did put the others back in because when I did cut it, I noticed it was a little undercooked. But I hate things being burnt, so I would much rather them undercooked than crispy and charred. I don't know whether to paint or cross stitch. I think I'm going to cross stitch. It's a little bit less aggravating. And I did buy some new threads yesterday, so that'll be fun. And I'm just gonna, yeah, take it slow. I definitely want to watch Picnic at Hanging Rock now that I've been listening to the soundtrack. And I want something easy, dreamy, to stimulate the mind. I finished a little rosette star. I started a different cross stitch last night, but it's very therapeutic for me. My nan taught me to crochet when I was really young, and I never really saw it through, but cross stitch is nice. I did spend a lot of time doing it while I was sick and stuck in bed, so very grandma core, very on brand for me. I'm gonna cross stitch a Mary, give it a go, but yeah. I think Mason just got home from work. Yeah, it's been a sweet afternoon. I will... Oh, he gets to try one of my scones if he's brave enough. I think they were really nice, but he hasn't really got a sweet tooth like I do.